Welcome back. My name is Tim and this is Mindy, and we have an exciting haul this week. We're looking forward to being with you.
I think it's one of our smaller hauls because we know we are weeks away from pumpkin season, and that's when things come flying on in. Do you want to start with your new drink that you've done?
Yeah, it's something I featured, and just to mention in this haul, we've got the end of summer, so we do still have drinks there. We're going to also feature some snacks, and it wouldn't be the same without just a little bit of frozen dessert. So we're bringing a nice little favorite back, especially with WW in mind. So and can't forget the berries, which is equally as good in a very warm, comfy way. So we're going to talk about these things. So being hot here, this is all summer long have been one of my favorites, the Gerber Water from Trader Joe's. It's got minerals in it, so it replenishes some of those as you sweat during work hours or out in the yard. But it helps replenish some of those. It's very refreshing by itself, but I like adding a little sugar-free sweetener on WW. It kind of comes out like a soda a little bit. And I've on one of our previous programs, I talked about Crystal Light or other sugar-free sweeteners. I had to bring it back with one I found. Usually for about a half of one of these bottles, I can throw in a sleeve of one of those sweeteners. But for the whole bottle, I found one that works. It fills up a 32-ounce glass, basically, leaving a little room. But taking one of these little sleeves and one of these little sleeves, the orange and the pineapple, you put them together with the whole bottle, you get a great cactus cooler effect. I kid you not. The pineapple orange is really a brewing in there, and it's wonderful. So if you just want that really good sparkling drink in the summertime, and you got that 32-ounce, you can have it all, have it on ice, save part of it, whatever you do, but that really works well. So I had to feature that as a nice drink idea and option.
Sounds that's a refreshing combination. And that one is very sparkly, which makes it nice.
Yeah, it really is. You can do it with mineral water too, but I love this Gerber. It's very good. Well, it looks like we got snack time
We
here.
do have snacks. We have featured these before. They are just so good. They're the pretzels. One is the everything pretzel, which has a very garlic flavor to it. This is a salted pretzel. Both of them are slim. They are really good on the points. And when we take our salads to lunch for work, these are a yummy addition to our salads.
I love these. For one, on WW, 10 of those little things as a point. So if you have that extra little crunch in your lunch, sometimes it's really nice.
It is. Another thing that we like to add is these bags of the kettle corn. I like them because they are portioned out into individual portions, and if I believe I can get it out. This bag is 4 points for the whole bag. Sometimes, as I've mentioned before, I'll eat half of the bag for lunch, and then when I come home in the evening, that last snack that I have is the other half of it, and I only have to count the one whole bag. And it's just a nice little crunch before you go to sleep. Yes.
Talking about snacks, these little baby bananas.
That one's definitely your favorite.
Is one of my favorite. I love these things. There are 6 smart points for a quarter of the bag. So it gives you an idea, give or take on the, that's a serving size, so about a fourth of the bag.
And they're really sweet, so a fourth of the bag would satisfy.
It really would. They remind me of like little pinky fingers kind of bent over, but they're, all it is in there is the banana. And they just kind of, because of drying in their own sugars, those dried bananas give off a little bit of a nice caramelization sweetness to them. And they're really good. I've had people try them and they're kind of wrinkling up their nose like, what is that? And then they try them. They're like, where in the store, when I go there, would I find these? And that's the transformation. So definitely if you're in the dried fruit and nuts section, you see this little pale yellow bag with baby bananas, grab it.
It's cute because I had a little girl try them one time, and she told me that they remind her of a banana bread.
Yeah,
they are definitely a yummy.
It's a very good analogy, a banana bread type thing. Exactly.
Now these are your favorites.
Oh yeah, you can see part of them are gone. We've had them. They do last a while. I've had them a while. but they are the gift that keeps giving. They are hard to be without. The dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
We kind of keep them in the back of the refrigerator, so you don't see them every time you open the refrigerator, but once in a while when you're looking through for that snack there, they are ready to go.
On WW, they're a little higher in points. They're still doable, but I don't have them per se most of the weeks, but maybe once a month, on that special day, I'll have some of these. So they do last, but man, you can very much enjoy biting the chocolate off around the peanut butter center. The chocolate's thick dark chocolate. They're very good. It puts, in my books anyway, I mean, maybe others are wrong, but I agree with a mechanic friend of mine I used to take these to. He would say in Oklahoma, they put Reese's to shame. And I totally agree with him on that.
Now, another chocolate snack, you can tell we like our chocolates, is this one. It's the dark chocolate orange sticks. They used to have the raspberry sticks. Those were my favorites, but these are really good. They are 1 point per stick for 1 or 2 sticks, but then after that, the points start adding up. If you're looking just for that little piece of chocolate orange, this is
one of my favorites.
Really yum. Yeah. And 2 sticks, that it usually satisfies.
I remember the raspberry and the orange. I like both of them. I love the chocolate orange, dark chocolate orange combo though. And they were gone for a while. They were repackaging. And finally, just in the last couple of years, these have made it back and they are so good. So definitely give them a try there.
We have one more snack.
Almost forgot my cookies back here. They're hiding on us. These are surprisingly delicious. They're dark chocolate chunk almond cookies. And they come in the little round tins. This is kind of a trademark of Trader Joe's for as long as almost I've been shopping there. These little cookies that they sell in different varieties. We'll feature different ones at different times, but you've got to try these. The dark chunks of dark chocolate in them are so good, and they are just very addictive. It's a good bad habit waiting to happen in such a delicious way. So very much with milk, without milk, these are great. Dark chocolate almond chunk cookies.
And do we want to go to something healthy like the fruits?
Let's get into the fruits. That'd be fine. One of the things that I like, and I usually get these individually, the grapefruits. I got a bag of them this time. They were out of the individual, but the bag, it's basically the same thing. It was actually a very good price on it. It was under $5 for a bag of 7 of these grapefruits. And they're excellent, like ruby red type grapefruits. So they're, look for the bag or even individual. Either way, you can't go wrong with the quality of grapefruits. I'm one that I love my grapefruit in the morning with my breakfast, so I enjoy that.
And of course, we have our bananas.
Oh yeah, you cannot go wrong with the 19-cent bananas from Trader Joe's. Love them in my lunch. Yo-nanas we've talked about so often for WW, but they've got so many good uses, the banana.
They do.
There. Now I see some main meal over here with the fish.
We are. This came in a couple weeks ago. I think I saw it, and it was kind of hiding. This is ahi tuna. I love ahi tuna, and it has the sesame seeds, sesame oil in it. It's been hardwood smoked. I am looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll be doing it with cream cheese and bagel because the points will be really going high. But even with just a little yogurt and that should be a nice little luncheon plate. For me, it won't be up his alley at all.
Mm-hmm. She'll enjoy those. Actually, I enjoy the ahi tuna though. That's always good. Also,
frozen?
Oh yeah, that's what I was exactly. Great minds are running the same here. We have a frozen appetizer, our side, the cheese bread. This is new.
This is the Brazilian cheese bread. I had a friend in Tulsa who was Brazilian and introduced us to cheese bread. It is very unique. It's made with tapioca starch, so it is gluten-free. It has the texture similar to mochi a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
So you do have to like that texture, but these are so good. They're light. They're best warm. Mm-hmm. I had my very last one I had was a little on the colder side, and they definitely are best. Keep them warm, and yet they're yummy, and they're really easy. We had them actually with our eggs this morning because they cook up in 6 or 7 minutes and are perfect for dipping in that yolk.
Yeah, they really were good this morning. It was our first time trying them, and definitely would be something I would get again. The cheese bread. I think that hopefully that's here to stay if we go back.
Yes.
The other ones are nice too. We've got, these are brand new, the tamales. They're repackaging a lot of the tamales from what we've been told.
And I think this is actually from, we've tasted this already. You can tell our package is open. I think it's a new vendor that they're using. The last ones were the little ones in the plastic bag.
Yeah.
Oh, those were so good. I do miss those. This was...
I think those are coming back just in a new package from what I'm hearing. But this particular one is a different vendor.
It is a different one. It was okay. The corn tortilla was definitely sweet. It says it's a sweet corn tortilla, and it was sweet for me. The poblano chilies was in there, but it wasn't really spicy. I don't know.
It more added the flavor of chili. I liked it, actually. With refried beans, you got kind of that yin and yang of sweet and savory kind of going. I could see that if you got a little bit crazy with the Southwest sweet palate, you could go a little maple syrup on that. Or you could have that for breakfast fried up with eggs. It would probably be really good as well. So there are a lot of variances. I'm like her. I like the other ones, and I hope they bring them back even better because I'm more a savory tamale guy. But if you like the sweet corn, it still had a good flavor to me.
And we have I did them in the microwave because from what I understand, the first directions listed are usually the best ones to follow. And microwave was the first one. We did in the microwave. I did it to the top temperature, and it seemed to dry it out a little bit. So I would do a little lesser than it's recommended on the package, and it would probably come out very moist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then with fall now.
That's the hint. Guess what's coming?
This is a nice, wonderful mac and cheese, butternut squash mac and cheese. It still has gluten in it. Just has that flavoring. Also added the butternut squash puree to it. But it's wonderful. It's a good savory and easy to make, kind of grab. I had a friend in Oklahoma. She would celebrate this, literally celebrate this every year. And her grocery cart would be full of then the Oklahoma Trader Joe's would be full of these, and she'd be posting it. She was so happy to see it. So I'm sure she's out getting hers as we speak. But these always, every year, you got to get at least one. Butternut squash, mac and cheese.
So we can tell fall's coming. And from what I heard when I was shopping there for this the other day, we're like less than 2 weeks away from pumpkins and everything pumpkin coming in.
Yeah, that's always a nice time to go shopping at Trader Joe's. I like the pumpkin stuff and a lot of the good stuff that we get from here to January 1st is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, we got dessert, and I'll have Mindy talk about one of our new favorites. It's a comfort food dessert. We have it warm. Tell us about those frozen berries and how would warm frozen berries work?
I used to work for Marie Callender's, and of course they're known for their berry pies. I was never a crust person. It was the inside of the berry pie that I liked. So I take this fancy berry medley, and you could probably do it with the raspberry and berry frozen berries if they had that by themselves. They don't have the berries. They have the raspberries, frozen raspberries. But I like this medley. I warm it. I come home from work, put a little bit in a bowl, warm it at the microwave until it's warm, put a little sweetener in, and a little bit of vanilla, stir it up some more, make sure it's the warm that I like it, and then put on 2 tablespoons of the coconut whipped cream because that's 0 points. So between the frozen berries and that, I have my berry pie without a crust for 0 points.
And do you thicken it with anything or no?
You can. It's a really weird ingredient. It's called glucosamine. It's very hard to find. I did get some, and it keeps it's a seaweed, so that would keep the points at 0. If you choose to add cornstarch, then your points start totaling up. So, yeah. But it's just as good without a thickener also.
Yeah, you can have it either way. It's wonderful. She mentioned the cream, the whipped creams. These both we find at Trader Joe's. This one actually is very good as well. Maybe 2 tablespoons is a point. I think if I remember right on that one. This one is one of our new finds. It's a non-dairy coconut whipped cream, and man, it's awesome. It's nice 0 point for a couple tablespoons of it.
But the thing I noticed is this is actually 13 ounces.
Yes.
And that one is only 6.5. So this is half
of what's
of
in
this
there.
one. So this one we're going through way too fast.
Yeah.
Especially for how expensive it is. But to have, it's a beautiful flavor, and to have it for 0 points, it's really good.
Yes. This I know I've talked about on pudding before. It's good on those berries. So either one of these whipped creams, wonderful. Once in a while, if I want to save points on milk and coffee, I'll do a little squick of this if I'm really tight on points. But cannot forget, I featured it once, but I love it on WW especially, the peanut butter light ice cream. It's a nice ice cream. For the whole thing, it's 13 smart points. So you can go smaller from there. But sometimes, I know they don't have them anymore, but I got the ice cream cones at Trader Joe's. I featured a number we featured a little bit ago, but 2 points a cone with a little bit of this, and you can be pretty happy. This chocolate peanut butter light ice cream, it was interesting reading about it. It's about 23 grams of protein in the pint of it, and it's so much less on the fat and the calories, so that's what helps with Weight Watchers.
Yeah, definitely keeping the points down.
Yeah, so it's interesting how this is, but wonderful taste if you're like me, a chocolate peanut butter kind of guy.
And he's also an ice cream guy.
So I'm an ice cream guy.
Hits all his notes.
Yeah.
It's a small haul because I think Trader Joe's is getting ready to bring in the fall things, but it was fun.
We really enjoyed having you this week. We look forward to subsequent weeks. Again, we talked about snacks to have. We enjoy those summery drinks, and you cannot forget those frozen desserts, whether you go warm berries out of the frozen or cold ice cream with the whip. Either way, you can't go wrong. So thanks for joining us. Give us our thumbs up.
And we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.